Welcome to the very exciting 1.6 update for the Actions and Stuff texture pack for Minecraft Bedrock Edition. This update is now compatible with Minecraft's Copper Age game drop, which of course introduced the Copper Golem, introduced Copper armor, tools, blocks, and so much more. Actions and Stuff 1.6 also features a ton of changes to how players ride and interact with mobs, such as the Happy Ghast is even cooler, riding pigs is extra cute, Minecarts and boat riding have been massively improved. We even have improved flying with your Elytra, including a really awesome barrel roll and better particles, dashing ability when you drink speed potions, MLG Water Bucket landing, even more name tag Easter eggs, a ton of secrets which I'm going to show you. Today's update is free for those of you that do own Actions and Stuff, so make sure you update on the Minecraft Marketplace. We have checked out so many updates for this texture pack, each update getting better than the previous. Now, today's update mainly focuses on what they call the full experience, where it has altered the textures and everything else. However, the creators did confirm we do have some tweaks to the vanilla experience for those of you that don't typically like the texture pack side of things with this. Now, there is so many changes to go through. I'll place a ton of timestamps on this video to make things even easier for you. If you could drop a like, I really appreciate it. So let's start with the highlights of the 1.6 version. I put it all inside of this book. They said highlights are the Copper Age game drop is here. Copper Golem, a rusty little helper with plenty of character. Riding in style, new riding animation for players and mobs. Elytra barrel rolling, spin left, right, with style. It's really awesome to see it. Speed potion running, dash with a new animation, and dust trail. So I actually have an emote, which is this one. It practically does this with the potions. It's so awesome to see. It also says faithful vanilla item, all 3D models in the vanilla sub pack, redesigned to better match vanilla icons and colors. We'll go over it. There is a timestamp. MLG Water Bucket landing or fails, of course. Horse armor changes. So many new name tags and so much more. So let's see what they introduced when it comes to the Copper Golem. Inside of this guidebook, it says Copper Golem textures, glowing eyes, and a sleek outline for a more metallic look. Copper Golem animations. There is 3 separate idle animations. Idle 1. Golem pauses to think about all the work ahead. Maybe a touch of an existential crisis. Number 2 is reaching for its lightning rods, but it just can't quite grab it. Lightning bolts. When in contact with rain, there's a small chance the Copper Golem gets struck by a fake lightning bolt. A rare visual only animation. That needs to be raining or thundering. I'll get started by showing you some of the basics here. So one of my favorite things with this is the outline of the Copper Golem. Right now, he's not really idle. He's more interested in the chest. He's gonna wander down there as well. So we'll go ahead and get the other ones placed down as well. But I really like the outline of these. You can see their glowing eyes, which does look so much better during nighttime. You can see it's glowing right there. So not necessarily idle right now. Let's see if we can get one to go idle and check what it does. So here he is. He doesn't have any chests to interact with, so he's just gonna stand here, touch his bolt on his head and be like, all right, I need some work to do here. So a couple of idle animations, and obviously we do have the lightning bolt ability, which is a fake lightning bolt if it rains or thunders. There we go. We caught it. We caught it on this guy all the way up here. It is honestly so rare. You are going to need quite a few if you want to encounter this. I honestly thought that's what Minecraft were planning to do when they announced the Copper Golem, with it like having a lightning rod on top. Could you imagine if this could like fully charge the Copper Golem to move a little bit faster for a very limited time? Anyway, that's new. It's pretty cool. Now, it does also say oxidize. The Golem inspects its new not so shiny coat of copper patina. Oxidized stutter. As it oxidizes, its movement becomes less smooth. The head especially gives a noticeable jolt when it spins. Copper chest putting in or taking out items has its new animation. So as they start to oxidize, or rust, should we say, their movement become less sleek. It also says when players open these and put these in, apparently we have a new type of change with this as well, alongside the regular chests. But I have an axe here, so I kind of want to see what happens as we deoxidize this one and it comes back to life. His movement seems to be pretty good, but as it fades away, it's not going to be so great. So alongside it supporting copper golems, we obviously have the other copper-related changes. 3D copper armor complete with a rod on a helmet. We obviously have the introduction of copper pickaxe, sword, shovel, axe, and of course a hoe. I want to make myself the armor to start off with here, because like it did say, the copper helmet has like a lightning rod on top. Let's put this on us to start off with. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the Echo Mob skin pack, by the way. Dude, this looks so cool. This looks so cool. So like if I run, honestly, the animations on this are so awesome. Okay, let's very quickly put this on an armor stand and check this out. Let's give him a new pose. I like it. I dig it for sure. Okay, let's make ourselves a pickaxe, a sword, a shovel, an axe, and of course we have a hoe. Let's very quickly switch between these ones. So yeah, pretty cool. A new, obviously, weapon set alongside armor has been introduced. We'll put these in their hands so you can see them a little bit closer. The copper stuff continues. Obviously, we do already have iron bars. We now have the copper variations as well. I'm gonna be honest, I actually don't like them as much. It felt like a windpipe in my hand, sorry. Anyone else get that vibe? It just feels like a wooden tool or some kind of instrument with this. Anyway, they're now supported in this alongside the copper lanterns of both types. And obviously, they do look so cool in your hand. Oh, we're getting attacked by a gardener over there. Yeah, no, thank you. Let's check it out. Dude, it's so creepy with my skin. It looks so cool, though. So awesome. They obviously can be supported this way. And I thought we could go ahead. Nope, don't hit me. Darn it. And place them down on the ground as well. Darn it, he's gonna hit me again. But yes, they're also supported as well. Now stick with me here. I promise you, it does get a lot more exciting. I just want to make sure we cover all bases here. So we do have the introduction of the copper chains, and I have to admit the way these are held in your hands is phenomenal. Kind of forgot how cool it was when we checked this out the first time. So obviously we do have the chains that are also going to be available as well. But also alongside that, we do have the support for all of the doors and even... Oh, look how cool they are. See, a lot of these I kind of kept a secret so I could check them out with you guys. Yeah, they look so clean. It's the switching animation that I absolutely love about this. I could stand there for ages just switching between like pickaxe and sword and axe and sword. Maybe that's just me. But yeah, these are obviously being supported along with the brand new green copper torch. But remember, they're just visual more than anything else. One more other change here. We do have all of the shelf supports as well. I haven't seen these, so I was curious to check these out. But every single color variation is here. We'll grab the rest of these ones. I want to kind of place them on top. I mean, they look pretty clean. Let's not complain, right? They do look pretty clean. Place these in here, so see how they look. What about these? I mean, yeah, they look pretty clean. So yeah, now supporting the copper age drop. That's the majority of those kind of features. Let's get into the more exciting stuff. So in case you did miss it with the latest Minecraft update / drop, we do, of course, have changes to the dye items, which is to make, of course, accessibility for people who are colorblind, which I am. This is just the bowls and the way they look in your hand. So how cool is this? I think they did this with their previous updates, but now that we have different kinds of colors, it looks even better. I feel like I need a paintbrush in my other hand right now. So yeah, this is obviously now supporting every other color. I really like the lime one, actually. The lime one looks pretty cool. Let's try the rest of these colors. Cyan, light blue, regular green. We have blue, purple, magenta, and pink. Let's have a quick look at what this looks like in this hand, too. A little look. Yeah, they still look really impressive. The Copper Golem statue now strikes a pose when you switch to it. So this is all to do with having the Copper Golem in your hands and then switching. So keep an eye on my hands. It spins and then sits down. It spins and then sits down. How cool is this? I'm pretty sure they could do different. Yeah, there you go. He did a different one. Sat down. Then he kind of stood up a little bit like, yay. So these are all of the animations that the statues can do anyway. So the fact that they've included the animations in your hands makes it even better for sure. Let's try this one. So yeah, obviously you do have the sitting down, the standing up like starfish one, the one-legged one, and then the regular standing. So standing up, sitting down. They've even done it in order, kind of like on one leg, sprinting in a way. We've also got the staff, jump one, and then obviously we have our regular one. Now, if you think that was cool, the Copper Golem spawn egg in creative, check this out. So this has an idle animation after 10 seconds. Keep an eye on it, right? It pops up with a poppy on top of its head, which of course is linked to the Easter egg of the Iron Golem. This is genius. You just have to wait the time, which apparently is meant to be like 10 seconds. Let's wait and see if this happens. There you go. That took a little bit longer. But yeah, that's just an extra Easter egg if you are using the spawn eggs. This is where we have some huge changes. Player riding animations. Let's read the guidebook. Now, there is a massive amount of changes in this one, such as riding in style, new riding animations for the player and mobs. Horse. Complete with an idle animation when stationary, and a battle pose when holding a sword or an axe. The donkeys and mules share the same animations. Now, you've probably seen this on the introduction. By the way, it's brilliant. I'm gonna grab a couple of these, by the way. A little bit of a spoiler here. Obviously, we do have copper armor, which armor's been improved in this. So I'm gonna take this off him and just get on the horse. So we do have an idle animation, and I think it's to do with the horse kind of like stomping his hooves. Or her. You just have to wait it out. It's hard. There's one of them. I think one of them is to do with stomping their hooves, though. I'm pretty sure. But yeah, there's a couple of different idle animations that have been introduced here. They're so awesome. I also want to show you guys the battle pose. There you go. There you go. I just missed it. It kind of moves its hooves a little bit. But this is what it's like if you're moving on it. Kind of feels like you're leaning forward a little bit. But if we go ahead and switch to a sword, check this out. We have kind of like a charge attack. How impressive. How impressive is this? The trailer was absolutely perfect with showing you how this works. So donkeys and mules are also going to have the exact same experience. So this is just your regular kind of traveling. This is what it's like if you're on your axe. You're definitely ready for combat, right? And this one's like if you have a sword. I still love throwing eggs. But yeah. This is just one of, like, so many incredible changes with animations. Because the next one is to do with a boat. Due to limitations, all boats currently display spruce paddles, except bamboo rafts, which use the correct paddle. This is because paddle animations are hard-coded, and we had to implement custom paddles for our animation control. We'll fix this, if possible, in the future. And then we'll get into the happy gas change in just a second. So, you did see this on the trailer. I'll show you guys a couple of different ones here. You actually feel like you're doing this correctly with an oar, right? So, the paddle. Get inside of this. So, look at it. No. Get inside. Look at this. Look how cool that is. But obviously, we're in an oak boat, but it's still displaying spruce. Even in first person, this is 10 out of 10. When you move right, it's using the right one. When you move left, it uses the left one. If you're going forward, it uses both of them. But, I mean, it makes sense to use, like, the spruce one, which we don't actually have. But I'm kind of curious how this looks in with a boat, with a chest in it. Look how cool that is. I love the wakes in the water, too. I don't use the full experience that much, to be honest. I feel like I need to. I know you guys absolutely love this texture pack. But let's do /give a raft, because they said the raft one actually works correctly. Yeah, so this one's changed color, but if we place down a mangrove one, it's using spruce. If we place down a jungle one, it's still using spruce. I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't care enough. I just enjoy the way this is. I do like this one. Maybe this is kind of an excuse now to start using the rafts I feel like when you're using this, it's doing bigger strokes. But yeah, this is a brand new introduction to the game, and I'm still being attacked by Guardians. So according to this guide, it does say Happy Gas, when mounted, one of 3 jolly poses is chosen at random. So if we get on this, one of them is like you kicking your feet, which is so cool. The next one is going to be you kind of like leaning back, you know, like jamming out. That's really nice. The next one is like knees up. And this will obviously happen when you're moving with the Happy Gas as well. I have this one attached to a leash, which we might set free here. There we go. If you get off this and get back on it, it's going to change them. So, yeah, I would love to see even more poses of these. I think this is definitely one of my favorite changes with this. I love the tippy tap of my toes. So alongside those cool changes with the likes of the Happy Gas and, of course, horses, there's another idle animation right there. We have even more changes to like animations with mobs inside of a boat, as well as the player riding animations on a pig, minecart, strider, llama, and camel. So if we grab ourselves just a regular minecart and get in this, look at this. There's a new animation. How cool is this? How cool is this? So yeah, the animations for you inside of a minecart is pretty cool. I believe for other mobs inside of here as well, it's pretty cool. So I think the developers actually showed a pig. I'll wait for this to go back round. I'm going to do / summon a pig. Try and get this to go inside. Apparently they're meant to look so much cooler as well. Which I have to admit they definitely do. Okay, so this is the mix of a couple of things. Fishing rods look really cool, but you get on this. You've obviously got on top of it, and then if you feed him it, he's like galloping. We have a galloping pig where we are dangling a carrot in front of him, which I feel really mean. But yeah, this is one of like many other changes as well. I think they did a really good job with this one. It makes me appreciate like riding the pig, you know, as an animation. Okay, so a couple of the changes with this one would include, I believe, a strider. I can't... / summon a strider. Oh, apparently it's a cool animation when the baby's on top as well. Okay, this is perfect. Let's try one more. Come on, give me an adult. They're all babies. Okay, there we go. This on top. So you can see the way this moves. It's so much more realistic. So you'll notice that this had changed, and so did this, the way they dangle. But unfortunately, the regular fishing rod is still at a limitation and can't be fully altered. But we do have a couple of the changes as well. So llamas, the way they can be ridden. I think they're meant to look so much better if you have... Oh, there you go. There you go. They're meant to look so much better if you have like a carpet on them. They still kick you off. And then the camel one's also quite impressive. Let's put this on you, my big dude. Should have a dashing ability, right? There you go. So yeah, being on top of mobs across the board are just so much more impressive. So the rest of these changes, we have things such as mob riding animation, minecarts, ridden by frog, shout out to Minecraft Live 2022. Also minecart ridden by wolves and things like that. So I want to grab a couple of these and show you some of these really cool designs. You need to stop real quick. Dude, we got things going everywhere. Okay, so we need to put this down, this on top, get him inside. I loved the Minecraft live show when they did include this. It's also going to include... No, keep going. You're going the wrong way. You're going to have a crash. That's not what I wanted. Okay, let's try like a cat inside then. Come on, cat, get in. He missed it. It's not going very well. Apparently changes with like... Apparently these inside of there as well? I don't know. Hold on. We need to / summon a wolf. Okay, we need to summon a wolf. See what they're like inside. So apparently these animations are going to be so much better inside of a minecart. Apparently something to do with a hoglin rider. But I'm not entirely sure what mob actually rides the hoglin. I don't think anything does. Unless my Minecraft survival skills are incredibly rusty. So other changes we have regarding the animations are going to be Hoglin Jockey, Chicken Jockey, Ravager with the Evoker, Pillager, and Vindicator. Strider ridden by Extra Baby Rider, extra cute. And then obviously ridden by zombified piglins and skeleton horsemen and things like that. So we'll do this, summon this on top. Apparently they're meant to look so much better as well. What's this one then? Oh, okay. Yes, we need the Bad Omen. / time set noon. We need to see what the Ravage is going to look like here. Things are about to get a lot more exciting. Okay, so we are waiting for the raid to begin. Obviously, as the raids go on, you're going to end up with harder mobs to fight. These are quite easy, though. Okay, so we must wait. The Iron Golem's going to do all of the work. We must wait until the Ravager turns up with some kind of rider. Oh my god, I forgot the LA. I forgot the LA in this. Dude, they're so cool. Where is he coming from this time? Coming from this direction. I got a Iron Golem to help me out, I guess. Come on, give us a Ravager at least. Gonna lose all my villagers here. Let's get rid of these. Okay, one. No, he's killing my villagers. Where's the rest of these guys at? Okay, here we go. We've got the riders. So they are saying the animation with riders is going to be so much better now. Get rid of these guys real quick. I love the death spinning animation on these, but there is a rider over here. We have one. Pillager has been changed, I believe. The Evoker and anything else that has any kind of rider on. They are saying those have been improved. That's the kind of stuff you'll experience just as you are playing the game. Love this guy, though. Let's try and get him real quick. Okay, so another one they talked about is going to be the Chicken Jockey. There it is. You just have to rename a Chicken Jockey, and you can experience this one. Moving on, we have Horse Armor. Now has a redesign, which is with a shiny new layer. So I got a couple of different horses here to show you. We did already go over the copper one before. But this is meant to look so much better on your horses now. I didn't really use it previously, so I can't actually leave any input and see or say if that's any better. But just looking at them, they definitely look so much more impressive. I really like the gold one. It stands out quite a lot. Let's move on to changes with the Elytra. It says, Elytra improvements, barrel roll, crouch in flight to spin 360 degrees. The first roll goes left, then each quick press alternates direction, left, right, left, right. New particle wind lines trailing behind your Elytra. A subtle motion animation now plays when in flight, rather than only animating when at low speeds. Let's grab the wings and check this out. Let's fly. If you was to crouch, it does a barrel roll. And it just alternates. And you obviously have the gliding trails going on as well behind you. Obviously, some really cool particles anyway. But I really love the barrel roll. It's so cool. As you did see on the trailer, they were kind of going through caves. The amount of fun you're going to have with this. And if you consider yourself a pretty good player when it comes to using the wings, it's going to be so much fun. They really did nail this one. As I know a lot of you guys have probably been in the world for a very long time. Look how much stuff we've covered in all of these updates. So yeah, you will really appreciate this when you play with it. Speed potion, drink up and dash. Now with a new running animation and dust trails. So let's... Oh wait, I gotta show you guys the first person of this. I love the way it pops the lid, and this is what it's like if you're running. Oh, it's so cool. It's so cool. It doesn't get rid of your hand, though, in the first person, but it's so much more impressive. Look at the dust. Look at the dust on the ground here. So amazing. I love the little Easter eggs that they import Oh, he's spitting at me. Every single update. The next one is going to require us to switch mode. Now, if I'm walking, does it still do it? No, it doesn't. So you have to be sprinting. It says, faithful vanilla items. Every 3D model in the vanilla experience has been redesigned to better match vanilla icons and colors. Let us know if we missed any. Here is some of our favorites, which we're going to check out. So just in case you guys are unsure what they mean here, I'm going to grab a couple of different items and show you guys. So obviously these have been all altered in your hands in their full experience. they've kind of brought this over to the vanilla experience. So this is the modes I know a lot of you prefer to play in. You prefer the animations over the textures. Well, as you can see here, these are obviously your vanilla kinds of weapons and tools. So what they did do, as I did just show you, they've kind of switched it up a little bit. So some of these have been altered. Now, they are looking for feedback on this. Obviously, you can see the hopper minecart sticks out. You've got the really cool pumpkin seed styles. This is really cool if you're throwing the flowers on the floor. So yeah, these are just really, really nice now. I like it. So yeah, beetroot seeds. So we'll drop these real quick. We got quite a few things to go through. It's these and so much more. So they said like food. They said a whole bunch of items like your diamonds, netherite, gold. You can see it all in your hand right here. This should have an animation now then. Open a little bit if you run. Jump. It opens if you jump. TNT in a minecart as well sticks out a little bit. So all your valuables have been slightly altered. So yeah, I like this. I think this is way better. Apparently the armor stand also changed as well. Your beds, seeds, string, slightly altered as well. Nice to see. Oh, I nearly missed a big one. Shears. Because I was talking about this in my one of my earlier videos, and you guys were like, no, Echo. It's not in this experience. It's in the full experience. But now I can safely say the shears have been altered in this experience. Now, don't forget, guys, you can change your texture pack style in settings. So this is the full experience with the altered textures and animations. This is more the animations, the actions kind of things. And this is if you want to use a completely different texture pack, like let's say Faithful or anything else, you have to turn this on. But we're going back to this for the rest of this video. So as we did talk about the rope physics earlier on, this is what the developers said. Carrot on a stick and warped fungus on a stick, now 3D with rope physics. The regular fishing rod will remain 2D for now due to technical limitations. When turned 3D, the rod line turns invisible, which we feel breaks the fishing experience. So basically they are saying that these have been changed and look really cool. And this one as well, as I did show you before, but this one is still like this because they're not satisfied with the animation and they can't resolve it, which is completely fine. Hopefully that gets resolved in the future. Water changes. MLG Water Bucket animations, which now plays when falling whilst holding a water bucket. There are two variations. One, when the offhand is empty, and the other, when it's occupied. So I'll grab this again. I'm probably going to die here, but we'll put this here and keep an eye on the animations real quick. So this is what it's like if you have one thing in your other hand. See if we can do this again. We're going to go up. We have nothing in our hand now, so we have like two of them. Yeah. Oh, that's the new death animation. That's actually really cool. Check this out. Check this out. When you die and you respawn. Oh, now that's cool. That's really, really cool. Okay, I like that. But yeah, a new MLG Water Bucket animation, which is just a nice touch. Along with added a new spawn animation, which we did check out. And diving from a 3-tall block in first person or higher. There you go. The first person animation for that has been changed. A whole bunch of animated blocks have also been added. So we have bee nest and hive dripping honey, cartography, table spinning globe, cow and pigtails now swishing, wagging, and stealing the spotlight. Cyclops expression type is now supported. Wither skeleton heads now has glowing eyes. Wind charge has a swirling particle trail to follow its path. Bottoms up, new textures for upsides of some blocks. So these now have a dripping animation. Apparently this one as well if it is full. This has a spinning globe. And I think it spins if it's in your hand as well. Let's check. Let's see. Does it spin? Yeah, you can see it spinning in the slots. So apparently these have really cool tails now as well. Apparently their tails will move. Let's try and / summon a cow. Okay, there we go. Better. The baby ones don't seem to have a cool one as much as these ones, but apparently they're meant to be much cooler. Same for a pig. And this one, when you throw this, has like these trails behind it now. With a skeleton, apparently meant to have glowing eyes. There we go. It does. I don't want to get killed by him though. I don't want to get killed. And then they've done some changes to the underside of some of these blocks. as outlined in the change log. So let's check out what changed in terms of name tags. RGB slime when using the name tag _Jeb, RGB or disco to get the party started. Cooked chicken, use the name cooked or nugget to bring your lunch to life. Lava chicken, queen bee, baby creeper, and we have a custom villager. So we'll check out all of these, which again is a nice touch. So disco is an RGB styled slime. You can name it other things as well. It does work for the bigger ones. Cooked chicken. Yes, we have a... Oh, there's another chicken there. This is the lava chicken. It exists. Queen. You can name it Queen or QWEEN as well. We have the baby creeper, creepling, and we've got a beekeeper as well. I love the custom name tags. I love the slime one. I've always wanted different colored slimes in Minecraft. I really have. But yeah, they really do a fantastic job when it comes to their custom names. Okay, everything is attacking me, even the baby creepers. We also have slight changes to the skin when it comes to this guy. I'm changing my game mode back. I don't want to die. But guys, let's go through all of the improvements, audio, bug fixes. Let's read the change log. So we have a ton of improvements here. I just feel like I didn't necessarily have to put them all in signs and check them out in game. So shout out to everyone who has been reporting issues. So we've got audio changes as well. So new sounds as well, by the way. Obviously, they've added sounds for the copper related things and swords and blocks. We also have a ton of skins and bug fixes. So this is everything that you guys have been reporting to get fixed. If you guys made it this far in today's video, leave a comment and say, hey, Echo, that's a squishy slime and that's a baby creeper. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. This is still by far the best texture pack out there that I've ever checked out, honestly. And it's still being updated, and I imagine more is to come in the future.